Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. We are live in San Francisco, California, and in San Diego, California. And I come to you from nerdrotic.com. And down south in San Diego is my co-host, Dennis Pathalkas. What is up, Dennis?
It's Ethel Merman tonight. No, I don't know. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, we were just singing. We actually should have recorded that. That was pretty good. Ethel Merman there, buddy.
Yeah, that is our warm-ups as we do that.
That's what our ritual is. We sing Ethel Merman without our pants on.
Yep.
Not saying they're on right now.
Exactly.
But that's okay. It's this is our podcast where we talk about anything and everything, but the main subject tonight, and hello, Movie Finobi, how you doing? Well, the main thing is we get to talk to you. We talk to you in the chat, and we lay some topics on the table. You like them or you don't, but the main one tonight is the news and lack of news of the Star Trek Discovery lawsuit over the Tardigrades. And this situation has popped up. The lawsuit was filed August 25th. And it was announced on Twitter. And, I'm going to pop this up real quick here.
August 25th.
Yeah.
24th.
He filed it. I think it was officially filed yesterday. Anas Abdin is the creator of I don't want to show a personal message here. Sorry. Is the creator of a game called the Tardigrades. And Dennis actually reported this many moons ago, and it was mentioned in our Star Trek Discovery recaps. People in the chat were like, hey, there's a video game on Steam out there that this thing, it looks a lot alike. And, I saw the blog post back then, and I thought the guy had a case, and we didn't hear anything for months. So apparently he was trying to work with CBS for almost a year now to try to get some kind of a settlement, at least to talk to somebody. And it turns out like he says in his blog, his first meeting was his last meeting, and then he started getting blown off, and people being on vacations and such. So we did a video. Actually, the news, I found out the news through Mecca Random was on DOOMCOCK'S live stream. She kind of broke the news on the Twitter announcement. And then I did a video, and Mead did a video, and we had Tom on for the first time for Midnight's Edge, which was a great honor, and it was awesome having him on. Can't wait to have him on again, and it looks like we're going to be working with them in the future, and I am very excited. There's a lot of exciting things, but the seriousness of Anas Abdin reached out to me today in a message, and it was just to thank us for doing a video and getting the word out, and it was a really nice message. And above all the hyperbole and of course my motives of wanting to destroy Star Trek Discovery as it stands right now, it reminded me, like, there's a human element to this. Okay, this is a human being who is going through a lot of shit right now, who's taken on a titan of a company. It's classic David versus Goliath. And in Doomcock interviewed him via email today. I highly recommend everybody. I will link it in the description. I highly recommend everybody go watch that. It's really good. He did a great job. Good job, Doomcock. And we got a little background. And he's caretaking his parents right now, and he doesn't have time to deal with lawsuits, and he's had lawyers reach out to him. But just on a human element, like, I feel real bad for the guy. I mean, this cannot be easy, especially when you just go out to create a fun game that you're into on Steam. And just in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, Dennis and chat, it's a total ripoff. Star Trek Discovery completely ripped this thing off. I mean, I even saw a comment saying this isn't plagiarism, or it's theft, allegedly. I think, in my personal opinion. Now, so I don't know. Dennis, you've had a chance to catch up on this stuff. What do you think?
I've also taken a couple of classes on copyright law and stuff like that. And so unless you can prove that the show has more than 51%, that's what the show is based on, is more than 51% of the item that's been stolen, you don't have a case. So while, yes, I understand that they stole a portion of they actually stole all of his thing, but for a portion of Star Trek, I don't think he's going to win, unfortunately. I really hate to say it. but when it goes down to a judge, that's what they're going to look at. They're going to look at how much percentage is in the actual show.
Yeah, and it
That
depends.
sucks.
Yeah, what I know is just from like IP attorneys I've talked to and stuff, and it's not much. And um, I don't know. I hope he wins. I want him to win. I really do. And
Oh,
I
I do
don't
too,
know.
yeah.
I don't know enough. But it is in CBS's best interest to take care of him. I don't think he's. This is just, I don't know this for sure. He's probably not asking for the world, but he's been completely disrespected, and he has every right to do this. And I think a settlement would be best for all parties, because this is damaging Star Trek's brand even further. It's not like this brand has been in good shape lately, and it did not need this. And what I pointed out in our title, Dennis, is nobody's reporting on this. Like nobody.
Yeah.
Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, not even like little websites are reporting on this. Now, there is the argument maybe like this isn't a big deal. It's not a winnable case. Bullshit. I've seen lesser cases get reported on IGN and all these websites. So I think that's very interesting, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, news this week is kind of weird. It's very, very scarce. And so I don't know if everyone went on to Burning Man or something like that early, or what's going on. And that's what happened. And so they left all the junior reporters there, and so no one's getting any news or what's happening. But yeah, no one's reporting on anything.
No, and yeah, like you said, it's a slow news week. This would be great for clicks. So, okay, I can understand Deadline and Hollywood Reporter not reporting on it. That listen, they're a big company who has to answer to people, and they would probably lose all access to CBS, no pun intended. But a little smaller website like IGN and stuff, what would you lose? A free early showing to a Star Trek Discovery episode, and I mean that's basically what they sell out for and shill for. So yeah, I guess it's up to us to and if you guys have time out there in the chat, show your support for Anas Abdin. He seems like a really nice guy, and doesn't deserve this bullshit. So we're going to continue to support him, and if he reaches out for crowdfunding, he has not done that yet, but we will share that, and we definitely will support you. I'll throw a few bucks his way for sure. I'd be happy to. Just to help him out. And again, in the interview with Doomcock, he mentions he's a caregiver for his parents. There's some like real life shit going on. So let's back this dude, because it's kind of the right thing to do. And yes, I'll be completely honest. My motives are to halt Star Trek Discovery in its tracks. And so hopefully it works. Let's get to the chat, Dennis. Let's see what everybody's saying. Hello, everybody. How's it going?
They are saying, so Mary Ashby says he should get a settlement. My husband saw it today at work because I was going to show him and somebody already did.
So it's getting around. It's definitely getting around.
Yeah.
It's not enough, but it's great that Midnight's Edge and Doomcock and Random, they have more subs, and all of us collectively, in our little pocket of YouTube can get the word out. And we got a lot of great people in the chat who shout us out, shout Doomcock out. So it's just to raise awareness. And yeah, even if it doesn't, what I want, the end goal for this is I want him to get some kind of a settlement or something. If it doesn't stop Star Trek, it's not going to stop Star Trek Discovery. That's fine. I want him to get taken care of. That's what I want out of this.
Captain Robert April says, I don't think he'll settle. He feels personally insulted, and justifiably so. He wants justice.
Fuck yeah. It's justice right here. And if that's what he wants, then fuck yeah. Then we'll back him.
Thank you, John Bellman, for the $20. He says he sounds like a good guy working a full-time job, taking care of his parents and working on his game. Pisses me off that CBS would screw over a guy like this. Exactly.
It totally does. And this crap happens all the time. And it's terrible. It's terrible. We get people, there's so many stories out there that are like this. And thankfully there's YouTube now. because you're not going to hear it from the trades. I'm sorry, that's like an ancient term, but the trades are the Hollywood Reporter, Deadline. They used to hold
Tabloids,
Hollywood's,
huh?
yeah, the
The hot
tabloids.
sheets.
Yeah, yeah,
Right, kid?
you know, LA Confidential. They used to hold Hollywood's feet to the fire. They used to be the ones doing it, but that they're now in, you know, there's 5 corporations that run everything now, and they're all in their pocket. Christ, CBS probably owns part of one of these, you know, big outlets. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like Viacom owns them or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. Viacom does own a shitload of publications. So,
yeah.
it's not a surprise that that's happening. So, and yeah, I want to address also the elephant in the room. Susan is not with us tonight.
Oh yeah.
She is out and about in Indiana. We might actually need to have bail money for her. We don't know, because I got some very disturbing, posts from her involving tequila. I don't know what else. There's something about digging a grave, something like that. I don't know. Hookers, dead hookers. I don't know what's going on. So,
well, whatever we have to do to protect our Susan, we will do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is. I saw that. It was a little disturbing, but I feel sorry for the other people.
I do too.
Bad. This is Susan's first con, so imagine like kind of your repressed friend who went to Vegas for the first time. It went crazy. Kind of like The Hangover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie Dalton.
I think they ran out of tequila.
Oh my God! Isn't that that's a Black Sabbath song?
Yeah.
There's no more tequila. Gary, you missed your chance to get superpowers today. What? A sulfuric acid leak on a truck shut down 880 both directions this afternoon. You could have smelled in the fumes and gained abilities.
Or just burned out your sinuses.
Or you know, with me, it would have just made me kind of like a normal human. I would have, you know, like would start remembering where my keys are, stuff like that. I missed out again, Carrie. Damn it. John Bellman, thank you for the generous super chat, by the way. Thank you, sir. And he does seem like a good guy. And that was really cool that he reached out to me. I messaged Doomcock. I'm like, hey, he reached out to me. And of course, Doomcock got an interview, and that's great. That was the perfect person to do it, believe me. And again, I will leave the link when this turns into a video. There'll be a link in the description. Not that he needs it, but we're going to give him the love anyway, because you know, Doomcock, he does need more subs. So if you're out there and you're like on the fence about subbing the Doomcock, sub to Doomcock and to Mecha Rant.
Do it.
And
Nihilist Shadow says, how deep is CBS willing to dig into their pockets over this, though, when the show they're being sued over already costs them so much?
That is a very good question. And there's other rumors that of money problems out there. And I'm wondering if this is tied into the alleged Les Moonves incident. There's a I hope they write a book on this someday. The corporate battle between Les Moonves and the Redstones. That'd be fascinating.
I just want them to finally announce that his toupee is actually sentient and someone's driving his body around, his corpse. You know,
it's like Weekend and Bernie's, except the toupee is running the body. Rough Girl says, hashtag shut CBS down. Hell yeah.
Viking Bit says, shush, Dennis. Susan will talk about her dead hookers when she is ready.
When she is ready. Yeah. Shh, quiet.
I know.
Snitches end up in ditches, buddy.
I know. Especially with Susan, man. She'll cut a bitch.
Straight up.
Movie Fanobi says, I can't believe nothing has happened with Les yet, even a suspension or something. I'm telling you, the toupee is holding back things.
It's all powerful. Do you think Movie Fanobi asked, do you think CBS will put a cease and desist of some kind or a halt on his video game during the lawsuit? That would be, I don't think so yet, because that would be admitting something.
Yeah. And not only that, they'd have to actually bring evidence to the cease and desist on that one, which if he has the copyright, which he does, before their show, then that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So he already has a copyright that exists before their show does.
And copyright has changed fundamentally. Whoa, crazy.
Holy crap.
Carlos lives up to his name. Crazy Carlos. Damn it, dude. Okay, Gary, stop teasing us and show that T-shirt. Can you not see it? Am I too close? Oh yeah, I'm a way too, I'm like up on the camera. You can see it. My freaking nose on that one here. Let's back that shit up a little bit. There we go. That is the Nerdrotic T-shirt. This is a prototype. Okay, it's a crazy colors, $49.99. Dude,
Yeah,
that
no,
is
really.
too
Jesus.
much. Thank you so much. That is, oh my god. You're a good dude. Thanks, man. Love you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a prototype. This is like way too thick and not. Yeah. So we're gonna go. One of the salon's former employees makes T-shirts now, and her name is Nichelle, and we're gonna get her to do them, and she's awesome. And yeah, so we're helping out somebody locally, and it'll make it a lot cheaper for me. So I forgot what
Captain
else.
Robert April says, rumor has it that Les is already gone, spending more time with with his family, quote unquote.
I love that creative differences are spending more time with my family, the family he couldn't wait to get away from and be at the office 16 hours a day. And yeah, some of the rumors around like how he would like greet people is, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine the people we're not hearing about, the people who just did a couple of things here and there. And that's why we get so, we being YouTubers, you in the chat, we get so pissed when Hollywood starts getting all moralistic on us and gets on their fucking soapbox and tells us how to live our life. And it's like, you were just, for lack of a better term, just blowing coke up a hooker's, you know what? And
Butt chugging.
yes.
There we go.
I'll leave that to you. And yeah, and then you're telling me like about values and stuff like that. It's like, shut up. Shut up and you know what? Shut up and dance. Okay. Sorry, it sounds terrible, but I mean, like, seriously, make something.
He's in a wheelchair, man.
Art. Okay. Make art.
Rough Girl, thank you for the $1.99. At Carlos, will you be my sugar daddy?
I'll be your sugar daddy. Oh boy. Flirting in the chat room. Watch out, guys. It's okay. We
happened before.
I am all for fraternization. It's all good here.
Jody says spending time with his family. Right. The question is, how much dirt does Moonbase have on the higher ups? Because they have certainly kept a tight lid on this issue.
That is a great point. Probably a dump truck full of dirt, I would say. Yeah, he should start an Indiegogo if he doesn't have one already. Says, how's your father? I think he is. I think he's thinking things through and being very smart. He can, he's filed the lawsuit. He can take some time here, get the best lawyer. And I'm sure there's some, he said he's gotten a bunch of calls. And IP law. Oh, that's what I was talking about. IP law is so murky now because of the internet. So there's, you can have a copyright on something without technically filing one now. And there's certain things like trademarking, for example. If you, here in California, if you get a business license in your name, that business license acts as a trademark. That is it. So people, like, if I went out and, so Nerdrotic has a business license, that's a trademark. Comic Outpost, my business license, was a trademark of sorts. I mean, there's ways around stuff, but also just having a domain name. The simple fact of, and then there's the whole mailing something to yourself, that does kind of work too. So yeah, there's a lot of shit out there you can do.
Jesse Cicada Jr. says pantextuals. I don't know what that was in response to, but it was kind of funny.
I don't know what it means, but I like it.
Brian Smart says, at Neurotic Channel, the new book, Star Trek, The Rise and Fall of the Klingon Empire or the Demise of CBS Paramount.
All right. Oh my God. And go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say thank you again, Rough Girl, for the $1.99 at Carlos. If you like chocolate, ?
Who doesn't like chocolate? Chocolate's the best. I actually had some for lunch today. That sounded bad.
That's not what she was talking about.
And what? No, really? I'm so naive.
Right now.
Remember, Axe in our suit wasn't a home run for them. Yeah, and Jesse Cicada Jr. points out that Doomcock pointed out the irony of the whole thing, of them shutting down Axanar because it looked too much like their show, and now there's something that looks a lot more like this particular show. As Random keeps on saying, Star Trek Discovery looks more like Tardigrades than it looks like Star Trek, and I think that should be a mantra. I really do, because it's a great point.
Thank you, Artemis Over Easy. $20. 1-900 Susan Layton Bail Fund.
Oh man, I hope she's getting all this on video. I want to see like drunk Susan running around a con.
I do
like,
too.
Go like, what the fuck are you looking at? What are you looking at?
I just want to see her come to Bruce and you remember me? You better remember me, motherfucker.
You know what you are? You know what you are?
Yeah, that'd be good.
God,
that'd be very good.
That'd be golden. I can't wait to go to a con with her when all three of us can do a con together. I think that'd be fun. Hey, Tara.
Bad Bunny, it's butt chugging, not butt chucking.
Yeah, butt chucking is completely different.
It's a different thing, completely.
Thing. I mean, equally as wrong, but
except in California, it's a different thing altogether.
You say chucking, I say chugging. It's all good.
Yeah, there's how's your father? Says Gary, you can treat your family to a nice dinner at TGI Fridays or Bennigan's with the super chat money.
Oh, hell yeah. High class. You
can go to Sizzler multiple times and get the all-you-can-eat shrimp combo or whatever it is. We're going to Sizzler.
Oh my God, I hate that because he's probably going to be watching. JT, I love you, man, but I got to tell this story. I remember like young JT, this guy named JT was in a comic store and he was like taking this girl on his first date. This is a young guy, right?
I remember this, actually.
Oh man, we're going high class. And he was serious as a heart attack. We're going to Olive Garden. We're even going to get some breadsticks, man. We just get that. That was like, we said that for 10 years afterwards. We're like, we're going to get some breadsticks, going high class, man. 5-star dining. Olive Garden.
We're even get breadsticks.
We're even going to get breadsticks. I love you, JT, man. To be young.
Jody says, see, if they worked with Anas, they could have probably just made his game into a show, just not called it Star Trek. Maybe people would have liked it more.
Right. And like I have been critical of the concepts, but I am critical of the concepts within a Star Trek show. As far as a video game is concerned, that's fucking awesome. I mean, that's original and it's cool and shit. Now I'm gonna play it. Now I'm gonna buy that game and play it. I just out of support, and I don't even game. Again, Artemis Over Easy, thank you again for the $20 super chat. Very generous. And
thank you, Movie Fanobi. Oh my God, hang on a second. Thank you, Movie Fanobi, for $5. Nerdrotic presents Friday Sausage Fest until Susan returns. Laughing my ass off, entertain us, you big friendly nerds. Plenty of great women in the chat. And then right after that, John Bellman, thank you for the $20. To my shame, my 16-year-old self did the same thing. I thought Olive Garden was high class.
The breadsticks are pretty good, man. I think that's the only thing they actually do good. It just closed down. That one closed down. We got some.
The one over in Stonestown, huh?
Yeah, Stonestown. Stonestown.
That was the high class one too.
That was the high class one. God. Oh my God. Carrie Dalton says a natural copyright has always existed. The minute you create something, you have the rights on the piece. What registering a copyright does is give you additional rights and make enforcement easier. Absolutely right, Carrie. There's got to be some way to show that you created it first, like some kind of dating on it, but you're absolutely right. Yes. That's how I copyrighted my first comic book. I still have the letter. It's in my safe right down here. I mailed it to myself because I was poor.
And what was the other thing too? Just recently, I read the last couple of months ago, Disney was trying to copyright Mickey Mouse like they normally do, and they can't do it now. They've actually run out of the term limits.
They have kicked that can down the road way too long.
Yeah.
Oh God, remember all that poor guy who did the I can't remember the sex comic with Mickey Mouse, and like they destroyed that guy's life.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
why.
he comes back and makes a horrible comic.
Yeah, that's why Bloom County did Mortimer Mouse. Remember that?
Yep.
It was supposed to be Mickey Mouse's illegitimate cousin, and they went after him, and he won. He was like, it's parody.
God, good for him. Yeah, parody.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and he won, and I was like, yes, that's what I want to see, man. He was actually at Comic-Con. We walked right by his booth, and I saw him signing, but I got swept away in the crowd. I was,
Aw.
unfortunately.
Corey Vanderpool, thank you so much. Fortunately, I'll have to watch later. Just happy I could jump on and send a super chat again. You are awesome. No, you are awesome, Corey. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Come check it out as a video. Leave comments. I will respond. Check us out. Hey, we're here all the time, man. So if you got to go do stuff or check out another stream, it's all good. There's a lot of people streaming. Again, we thank you for choosing us. There's a lot of good people streaming, a lot of our friends. Bad Bunny says different chocolate, but chugging chocolate. LOL. I don't know. The chocolate I was eating at lunch was Hershey's.
Viking Bitch says, I used to love Bloom County. Actually, he's still on Viking Bitch. He still posts stuff on Facebook. He posts new stuff. As a matter of fact, he's brought it back, and it's just as good as it used to be. That's all I'm going to say.
Excellent.
So Tarka Jedi says STD has a lot of people eating people. The writers suck so much they thought Star Trek needed more episodes featuring interspecies dining.
Yeah, what the hell was that? I mean, like, what? Okay, for we want to go Game of Thrones, so we're gonna have cannibalism. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, there is cannibalism in Game of Thrones, but it makes sense. Okay, it's north of the wall, and it's like one group of people. But
I have a theory.
Well, Random brought this up, and I think it's going to get brought up on the tribunal. What's the tribunal, you ask? It's something we're working on. It's going to be lots of fun. It's the gang getting together. I think we're forming a band, basically. And I think one of the things she touched on is Star Trek for kids. And it should be, for one. It absolutely should be. I watched it with my parents. I watched it as a little kid, and they fundamentally changed the brand. I mean, it's a classic bait and switch, as Random says. So we're going to talk about that more, but that's one of the many problems with it.
I think what they're doing is it's life imitating art, and they actually had some cannibalism inside the writer's room, and so they just decided to write about it.
Probably. I mean, like, Hollywood is so insular now, and they're so freaky that a lot of stuff that's, I think they're shocked that they write about stuff, and they're like, wait a minute, that's not normal, because it's normal here. Maybe I've lost touch of what fucking normal is anymore, because I'm, so jaded and in Hollywood all the time and hanging around Hollywood people who have all kinds of time, and not everybody down there has tons of money. Okay. But there's a lot of the people when I don't criticize the people who work, like, the stunt people and the guys working post, who make $18 an hour and stuff like that. That's not the people we're criticizing.
Rough Girl, thank you for the $4.99. At Nerdrotic, my stage name is Hershey's Sometimes Kiss. And thank you, Dakota Stanton, for the $5. Hershey Gary Olive Garden is high class compared to Hershey Eat Imported Chocolate Man.
Okay. I've never been equated to anything high class. I'll say yes. Thank you. Nice, Rough Girl. I like the little lips right there too. The little lip emoji. Rough Girl's awesome, by the way. She jumps out of planes. I'd never do that in a million fucking years.
I've done it before once, but yeah. Maybe again sometime down the line. I don't know. Marcus Kahn says, I'd rather just cork the butt. It's more fun.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. There we go. I was actually going to read something. We were talking about Mickey and, there for a minute, and Bad Bunny says Mickey filed for divorce. Turns out Minnie is fucking goofy. It's an old joke. I had to share that one because it is an old joke and it's still good. Jody says, Gary, what if some of the writers happened to see the game and it was rattling around their brains and they wrote STD and figured no way in heck would the developer sue them?
I think that happens all the time. so many stories get stolen and we never hear anything about it. I mean, that's the thing. It's happening all the time. There's lawyers who make their entire career off this. So most of it is silence. That's why CBS made a huge mistake here. They probably didn't need to settle for money that they would miss at all. But I mean, yes, I know they're towing a line that they would have to admit doing wrong. But if they made everybody sign like these hardcore NDAs, and nobody would have heard about it. Now it's out there. It's damaging your brand more. You got, idiots like us, like me, talking about it on YouTube, and a couple thousand people have seen it. And I mean, it's not a ton, but they'll tell some people. And Doomcock's going to get 10,000 people, and Random's going to get 5,000, and Midnight's Edge. That's a big channel, so that it's getting around. And it's not just the look of it's not just like the tardigrade being blue. It's not just Stamets looking like a botanist character who takes care of the tardigrade. It's there's situations that happen. Doomcock pointed out in the interview, there's a point where Lorca was talking to Stamets about a friend of his who was in danger. Lorca mentioned to Stamets he had a strong relation, and that there was a distress call with a Stamets friend ended up dying, and something like that happens in the game, like just like that situation. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they don't end up they end in front of a judge, right? So it's not like
it's a judge and a jury actually.
So it gets in front of a jury. I think there's a chance.
They actually spell out the percentages and all that stuff, and they literally mathematically put it up as to how much. Yeah, it's really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Copyright, law and court is just brutal. So, when it goes to court.
Yeah, I got a old friend I should reach out to that might be able to be helpful in this situation. Yeah. I should probably reach out. I know that old friend watches us, so if you're watching, call me.
Crazy Carlos says, not gonna lie, I'm more broken up about Star Wars, not really about Star Trek.
And yeah, that depends on your taste, Carlos. I'm way more broken up about Star Trek. Star Wars, for me, the prequels kind of did the damage. So
yeah,
Force Awakens, and I mean, like, Dennis and I hate Force Awakens as much as we hate Jedi. I mean, a lot of people hate Jedi. I mean, like, I don't like Force Awakens. Yeah. So, but I understand.
Also, Carlos, it depends on your point of view. See what I did there?
I saw what you did. I'm picking up what you're putting down there, Dennis.
Jody said, "Oh no, hang on a sec." Tarka Jedi eating people for a start, then people dying graphically, and then every scene has all the humor sucked out. Also placing a bomb at the heart of Kronos, threatening extinction. Seems ... That
was my favorite part. Sorry, spoilers, everybody. Was Michael Burnham ends the Klingon Federation war with a detonator. There's a bomb in the middle of Kronos, and she has a detonator, and she's talking to 9 Klingons. So they're trying to make it look like this. They're in a hall, and it's the representatives of all the families or whatever, and it's like 9 Klingons. It's so terrible, and she just talks them out of it because she's Michael Burnham, Mike Spock.
They were in a hallway, and she talked about their feelings.
She did. No, it reminded me a lot of Doctor Who's Christmas Invasion, right when he wins the fight, and you could tell it's like the same 9 guys CG'd everywhere. It kind of looked like that, and that was in 2005. Yeah.
Lloyd, I agree with you, Lloyd. Lloyd says, I have a feeling when they were brainstorming STD, someone feeling the pressure suggested the tardigrade. You know what it was? They're sitting around the room. They go, the next person who doesn't give me a fucking good idea is getting fired. The guy's like, tardigrades?
I think the latest rumor, I know, right? Tardigrades. Yeah, nobody's heard of a tardigrades, and nobody's going to watch the Steam game. I don't know why they did this, but somebody definitely did rip it off. Okay. And though the rumor is that they're going to start blaming it on Fuller. Cause he's out now, and it would actually make sense to start by, it was Brian Fuller's idea. And maybe it was, I don't know. I mean, he was the creator of the show before he left, and maybe he left because in shame.
It's kind of funny because, I keep seeing his name popping up all over the place now that he's gone. And what was it? The Amazing Screw-On Head, which had that animated, series, supposed to have an animated series on Sci-Fi, and they had one episode that went out, and whose name is prominently on it? Who wrote it? Brian Fuller.
Oh, no way. I did not know that. Is that why you
Yeah.
sent it to me? I was like, why did you say? I mean, we've seen this. Oh,
That's
Brian
why I started
Fuller?
laughing.
Oh, I'm like, I saw this 5 years ago. Holy shit. No way. That is amazing cartoon, by the way. That's like, thanks for sending it to me because I hadn't seen it in so long. I'm like, oh my God. And I watched the whole damn thing again. God, that was good. I can't believe that he get picked up. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Dakota Stanton says, ask me 5 years ago. I would have cared more about Star Wars when I watched the entire series in one summer. Now I care more about Star Trek. Now that it's now that it's Game of Thrones and The Expanse. It is. God, it wishes it was The Expanse. The Expanse is a new Star Trek, folks. I mean, that's cool. We got the Orville and The Expanse, so Star Trek Discovery can go do whatever it wants, to be honest with you. But it's
and we also have The Tick. We also have Counterpart. We have a lot of good shows that are out there.
Oh, there's great shows, but like I want there to be good Star Trek, and I want Kurtzman to go away.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop until something happens. And
well, remember Orsi when Orsi was working with Kurtzman?
He was working with him on what? I remember Orsi
with Bad Bunny, Bad Robot. Excuse me, Bad Bunny. Sorry about that.
What were they doing at the time? I remember Orsi. Was it Fringe or
Fringe? Yeah, they'd work with a couple different things. So Orsi right now, I just heard, is supposedly trying to make a TV series out of the video game Galaga.
Followed by Frogger, and yeah. You know what? The only old video game I want to see make a movie on is Joust. I want to see a bunch of guys on ostriches
bouncing off of walls because
bouncing off of walls and stuff. That'd be awesome. I'd love that game.
Thank you,
Galaga, Pong the game.
Brian Fuller gave me Hannibal the TV show, so I'm willing to tolerate almost anything he does. /leave, haha.
Hey, exactly. Brian Fuller gave us Hannibal was great, and American God season 1 was great. I mean, it was absolutely great. He's very talented, but so is Frank Darabont, and people can't work with them because they're just major assholes. And in these days, they're tyrants. By the way, those two guys are famously tyrants on the set, and that stuff doesn't go anymore. So. That whole mad genius thing.
Screaming at people. Yeah. Give me my coffee, you motherfucker. Yeah. Did you spit in this?
Yeah, right. Those days are over.
No. I didn't spit in that. I pissed in that.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Went a little too far on that one. Jody said, Gary, how about Dragon's Lair? That would be awesome as a movie.
Yeah. Actually, I love Dragon's Lair. It really would. Animated. They should do a 2D animated Dragon's Lair movie. That'd be a lot of fun.
Voiced with Nathan Fillion.
Of course. Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He would be awesome. Let's get to some news. How about that?
Yeah, let's get around to some news. And if you guys want to pipe in with anything Star Trek Discovery, that's fine. We are gonna stop at a certain time tonight because Venture Brothers dropped. So we got to cover Venture Brothers. We're covering it tonight. Sorry, folks, but got to do it. And that's going to be at 11-ish. So we're going to quit long enough. It's free. So if you go to Adult Swim and you can watch, it's 23 minutes long.
Something like that, yeah.
There's like one commercial in the middle. You can watch it for free and then join us after. So yeah, you're getting a double dose tonight, but we do have a time limit tonight.
Little bit. Good too.
That was so good. Yeah. I mean, it's still going to be a long chat. Don't worry. So.
Oh yeah. Big Bang Theory is going to end after season 12. Yay!
And rejoice.
The reason for that is Jim Parsons. Jim Parsons, the guy who plays Sheldon, went into Chuck Lorre's office, whatever his name is, and told him that he was done. He wasn't going to sign up for any more of it. And Laurie said, "You know what? I'm not going to do it without the main three characters, as he puts it, which are Sheldon, Johnny Galecki's character, and Kaylee Cuoco. I can never pronounce her last name.
Well,
so he decided to end it.
Good. Thank God. And maybe this is unfortunately the end of the era of the nerd. I'm sorry that represented us in any way, shape, or form. That show set nerds back 20 years. I'm sorry if you're a fan. I hated it. I hated every bit of it. And it was what it was, but it just turned into a normal sitcom. I mean, it was tolerable at first.
It became cartoonish. It's really what it became.
Yeah, it just, I'm not a fan of sitcoms. Okay, I'm just not, unless it's like Married with Children or something like that. But
Silhouetted Animator, is Young Sheldon canceled too? Not that I know of.
No, that's. I think it's the most viewed show on CBS All Access.
Yeah.
More than Star Trek Discovery.
Well, yeah, no one's watching that shit.
Dude, people still watch Big Brother. Does anybody out there in the chat watch Big Brother? I mean, not judging. I watch all kinds of crap. So, I mean, I'm not judging.
I watch American Pickers, but that's usually just having on the background. I like American Pickers. The guys just make me laugh. They've been on for like fucking 15 years now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I like Swamp People. That one's good too.
Well, that's your kin right there. That's why. They really are.
Well, yeah, they are. And I told you, I come from a long line of Whiskey Tango. No, I know. Out there. Yo, got a good time, guy. The Rampage movie with The Rock was actually fun, in my opinion, says John Bellman. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna have to see it at some point, though, John, and I hope it is. My wife is a big Rock.
Crazy Carlos, 1999. I say give Brian K. Vaughan a production company and have him team up with a paid service and produce anything he desires, either it be his old works or anything new, and make a multi-episode show.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of like what
Mark Millar's doing.
Mark Millar, has done with Netflix.
That's thank you again, Carlos. Damn it.
Yeah. Damn, that's $60 now.
He is one of those few comic book writers who can cross over and do. Yeah, he's kind of a genius when it comes
$70. Jesus, my math is off there.
Dang. I would love to see that because I can't wait for Mark Millar stuff on Netflix. I'm really excited about that. We're going to cover all of it. I'm a big Mark Millar fan.
He also has been releasing comic books with Netflix. And speaking of which, that's one of our topics. Hey. Starting on December 5th, Netflix is going to release Mark Millar's comic Prodigy in shops.
That's in December, huh?
Yeah. That's the second comic that they're releasing.
That's a really good time to be coming out with a comic. I'm looking for the article. I can't find it. Hang
on. It's down at the bottom, number 15.
Okay. Thanks. There it is.
We actually have things listed out on our.
We do. Yeah. We don't want to ruin our reputation of not being prepped at all those. So don't tell anybody.
We wing a lot of stuff, but some of the other stuff, we like to prepare for every now and then.
Mark Millar and Netflix set action-packed Prodigy as second comic franchise. Award-winning comic book artist Raphael Albuquerque. Is that it? Yeah, Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. Okay. Will illustrate the series. See the variant cover of whatever. Hollywood, California, August 13th. Today, Netflix and Miller World announced comic book series Prodigy from Miller. The superstar selected to bring the idea to the printed page is Brazilian superstar Raphael Albuquerque, Batman, American Vampire. Oh, okay, yes. Who Miller has previously worked on the popular comic Huck. This will also be the second comic book franchise since Mark Millar joined Netflix. The Magic Order previously hit the stands on June 13th, which is very good, by the way, of this year, and became the biggest selling new comic book franchise in nearly 20 years. Yeah, the Magic Order is the shit. And, I was talking a lot about comics last night, Dennis, and if Netflix is serious, and if Amazon gets serious and they start making some comics, then we can have some serious competition for the big two. That's
a new resurgence, maybe
a new resurgence. And Mark Millar being in charge of a comic book company is I I wasn't giving this a lot of serious thought, Dennis. I'm changing my mind now. I'm not saying he can take on Marvel right away, but this is a good start. This is what you need to do. You need to have good creative people in charge. Last night on the podcast, Dennis, I had called for Doc Hammer and Jackson Public to be in charge of Marvel. I still want that to happen.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
If they were in charge of Marvel, everything would change overnight. We would get good comics. All this nonsense would stop, and
everything would be late.
Yes, yes.
By 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, well, yeah, but they'd be good. So you
Yeah.
know, late but worth the wait. We've heard that before, haven't we?
Mhm. We have.
We have. I'm excited, guys. I love Mark Millar. I think, yeah, and the Magic Order, definitely check it out if you can, or wait for the trade.
Yeah, and Huck, by the way, if you guys haven't read Huck, awesome artwork and great story too.
Yes. Oh, that's good news, man. I love when you share good news, Dennis.
I have some more good news.
What is it?
You remember that little series called Veronica Mars?
I do. I liked it quite a bit.
Well, it's in talks with Hulu right now to bring Kristen Bell back and revive it over at Hulu.
That is awesome. So I don't know if you guys saw the little podcast. It's a secret one where we were with Johnny Pappas and Crazy Carlos. We were in a coffee shop called Lestat's. Well, that coffee shop is right next door to where Veronica Mars walked out of her office, her dad's office. It takes place in Veronica Mars used to take place in San Diego, which was kind of funny because the high school she was at is in Oceanside. It was El Camino High, and then she'd work downtown, but that's okay. This is great news. I can't wait to tell Mrs. Neurotic. She'll be very happy about this. I helped crowdfund the movie. I gave him $400.
Nice.
Yeah. The movie was not that good, but it was okay. But a new series, Rob Thomas is great. He does iZombie, and he's really, really good. So Rob Thomas' cult favorite noir mystery, Veronica Mars, starring Kristen Bell, is making another comeback, this time as an 8-episode limited series at Hulu. So it's happening. I hear the streaming platform is finalizing the deals for the new installment, with star Bell set to reprise her role as sleuth Veronica Mars. I hear there have been preliminary conversations about bringing back a number of the original cast members. Okay, cool. That's great.
And the thing is, it's not going to interfere with her stuff at the on NBC, the Good Place. It's not going to interfere with that at all because it's going to take place in a different. I think they're filming it during the hiatus.
No, this is the future of television. This is where the movies are going to die, because you can have these shorter series. So you can have a Rami Malek or a Tom Hardy or a Kristen Bell in something, and they can do 2 series at once, or shoot a movie and a series. That's where it's at. They need to start. That's the future of superheroes. If superheroes want to last, because the movie thing will burn itself out. And honestly, the best storytelling is serialized with superheroes, because it's comic books, and you can do a Spider-Man TV series and Kraven's Last Hunt and stuff like that. So that's the future, and I'm excited about it. And we're seeing it now. We get a lot of stuff that's like that now.
And John Bellman, I agree. The Good Place is amazing. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun.
We will be covering it, John Bellman.
It's forking good fun.
That is the September 20 something, I think.
September 15th, something like that. I don't remember.
In the teens or 20s. In less than a month, we're going to be covering it. So,
and speaking of Rob Thomas and iZombie, iZombie is on it's going to be its last season, which is kind of sad, but at least it's going out. It's going to have closure. So it's season 5 is going to be the last one. And on season 5, you know who they've cast?
Who?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Awesome.
Yes, he is going to be a council member. Yeah.
What about Magic Johnson though?
No, they wanted someone that could pass as a zombie.
I love Kareem. Okay.
Yeah, I do too.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny. There's a picture of him standing next to
Kurt Rambis. Can they get Kurt Rambis?
I don't know.
This guy with glasses.
Kurt Rambis.
Kurt Rambis was the white guy with the glasses.
Sorry, I didn't know who he was. Wasn't that big into basketball.
He was a Laker. Yeah.
Okay. But
Yeah,
he's standing next to Liv, the girl plays Liv, and it's so funny because she like comes up to his hip.
do we have that?
That one?
Yeah,
Yes, we do.
There it is. I got it.
Number 11. Yeah,
I got it.
sorry about that.
Yeah, she comes up to his hip. You're right.
Yeah, it's so cute. It's a cute picture,
yeah. But that's awesome. Oh, he looks great.
Yeah, he looks really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
That's cool. Yeah. You know what we'll do is we'll cover the finale, the series finale. We'll cover it.
Yeah,
I'll get caught up in.
Ed Brewer says skyhooking zombie.
I know, right?
I still love an airplane with a kid going, "You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar." No, I'm not, kid. I'm over.
Clarence. Victor. Roger.
You tell your old man, to bring to drag this guy's ass up and down the court every night and see how well he does.
Great. You ever been to a Turkish prison? You ever seen a grown man naked? Yeah. You like gladiator movies? Do you like it when Rex rubs up and down your legs?
Do you like it when Scraps rubs up and down on your legs there? Yeah. Yeah, Silhouetted Animator, the iZombie comics were good. The first 12 issues, then it kind of got weird after that. It went weird.
Rough Girl hated Big Bang Theory. Good. Rough Girl, you have excellent taste.
It was the show started off okay, and then it went into cartoon land and started just becoming mean, and yeah, it was just weird.
Did you read Nihilist Shadow talk about Titan?
I did not.
Okay, so as much as I love the Disney Renaissance of the 90s, I think I like Don Bluth's animation style more. I don't know why Titan AE is not on Blu-ray yet. It's not. I like Titan AE. I kind of agree with you. I mean, I'm not I'm the worst person to ask though, because I'm not a Disney fan, Nihilist. But I agree with you on that one. Carlos,
Titan AE was all right, and I'm kind of torn on it. I mean, it has beautiful visuals, but they went a little too CGI on it, and I think that's kind of what ruined it for me. Was the CGI? Even though I like CGI stuff. And they did it well. It was too much for the 2D. It overwhelmed the 2D, I thought. And thank you, Carlos, for the $9.99. What do you think about Venom going PG-13? You think if it tanks, they want to attach it to the MCU, or Fox sells it along with Spidey?
Crazy Carlos, thank you for the $9.99. You're so generous tonight. Great question. The reason Marvel has been completely quiet is I think they know it's a complete turd, and it was supposed to be rated R. It was shot as a rated R movie, so they're cutting it to PG-13. Of course, there'll be a rated R DVD later.
Yeah.
They want this to fit in the MCU, and they probably capitulated to Marvel, and I think Marvel made them do it knowing it would screw it up, because Kevin Feige does not want to work with Sony at all. Period. End of story.
Yeah. And it's Sony, not Fox, so it's not getting sold at the moment.
Sony. It's what's weird about this is Disney helped Sony survive. If Disney wouldn't have partnered and taken in Spider-Man, Sony would have crashed and burned and probably sold them back Spider-Man. So they delayed the process. I don't know. They were caught in a rock in a hard place. Now they have, it's like Marion Ravenwood. I'm your goddamn partner.
Yeah.
Except not as cool as Marion Ravenwood.
Exactly.
$10 from John Bellman. I thought Big Bang Theory was fun for the first couple episodes. Then I saw Silicon Valley and Big Bang Theory went bye-bye. Hell yeah. Silicon Valley, funniest fucking show ever. God damn it. I'm still laughing from the horse breeding scene, John Bellman. I think I laughed for like 30 minutes on that one. I was crying. I was having seizures. It was so funny. If you aren't familiar there, the main character is like trying to broker. He's a tech mogul. He's trying to broker a deal for his company. And he goes and rushes up to a guy who's like breeding horses. And in the background, these two horses are just going at it. And I mean, like, it's real. It's not CG. It's like a horse. fucking another horse. And I don't know how they got to do that, but it is the funniest fucking scene I've ever seen. You got to see it. I can't describe it. I'm not doing it justice.
Tarka Jedi says that John Bellman, Big Bang totally triggers me. It makes physicists look like morons. In fact, we are super funny, crazy, and secret drunks. You guys really aren't secret drunks. I'm just going to say that right now, Tarka.
Yeah. It's, it's our secret.
Yeah.
It's our secret. It's okay, Tarka. It's all good. I thought everybody in Australia was, no, never mind, drank. Not a drunk, but I mean, like, I'm part Irish, so, like, you know, that's why I'm an alcoholic.
Back in the corner with you.
Tesla staying public, Gary. Well, that stock has to hit 420. Yeah, nice price, Elon. And it's not there yet. There's a lot of things that have to happen, but I think it will eventually happen. I don't think they'll stay that way, though. I think they'll go. I think they're going to go private. Then they're going to go back to public again. But as of now, Dakota, yes, we are staying public. I think. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that, though. But,
well, cat's out of the bag now.
No, it's way out of the bag.
Yeah. Jody says, Gary, Sony wanting to shove Venom into the MCU feels a bit like that annoying person that can't take a polite hint when they aren't welcome in your clubhouse.
Right? Yes. That is the friend who showed up to the house party and you don't remember inviting them, and they want to stay the latest. They want to know what movies you've got. And you're like, everybody's gone now. It's like, cool, it's just us. It's like,
Nope. I want to go to bed. I gotta get up for work early. Don't want to make me. I'm just gonna watch some little TV and I'll let myself out. No, you can leave now.
Carrie Dalton says Silicon Valley is even more fun when you live out there. The real world is not far from what they do. That's the funniest part, Carrie, is it's not comedy. They just kind of tell stories.
It's it's a documentary.
Yeah.
Brian Smart, yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was once a student of Bruce Lee. Yes, he was. He was in Game of Death. And I love there's that scene where he kicks Bruce Lee in the chest in the beginning. He's got this big ass footprint across his chest. And I was just like, damn.
The rumor back in the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that was the rumor was that kick was what killed Bruce Lee. I mean, I know it's not true, but that's what.
One
we
of
were
the rumors.
We were like 5 when we were like passing that rumor around. So you know, the sources that the 5-year-olds have in La Costa, California. Slurpy Scott says, Gary, that scene gave me inferiority complex. Talk about hung like a horse. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, dang. Johnny Papa said, shh.
Yeah, Artemis Overeasy. That's why he was in Game of Death. He actually enlisted his students. He actually wanted Steve McQueen to be in it as well, but he had a fight with Steve McQueen, and he originally planned for Steve McQueen to be in it, but he had a fight with Steve McQueen and actually threatened to kill him.
That tends to break negotiations.
Yeah.
Who, Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee, yeah.
Apparently he didn't like Adam West either during the whole
the Green Hornet and Batman crossovers. Yeah.
Just going I'm real quick. Let me run down. We've gotten like a ton of super chats tonight, so I just want to thank you all again. John Bellman, $20. Crazy Carlos, $49.99. Rough Girl, $1.99. Rough Girl, $1.99. Artemis Over Easy, $20. Movie Finobi, $5. John Bellman, $20. Corey Vanderpool, $5. Rough Girl, $4.99. Dakota Stanton, $5. John Bellman, $10. Crazy Carlos, $19.99. Crazy Carlos, $9.99. John Bellman, $10. Guys, thank you again, ladies.
Yeah, thank you. Jeez, that's seriously a lot of money.
Yeah,
I guess you guys are developing a fund for students get out of jail.
Yeah, Susan. I mean, Susan might need it. I mean,
yeah. See you, Tucker Jedi. Good night.
Good night.
I had to take off.
Tarka, I'll go break her out. Break her out. Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's Indiana. It's not like it's Wisconsin or anything like that.
I know. Yeah.
Wisconsin's where you get your ass kicked.
Damn straight. Well, that's where all those Wagners live.
Man, that's some scary shit out there. Speaking of scary shit, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Gardner sent his ass back to rehab.
Yeah, Batman's going to rehab. I talked about this a little bit last night, and like it's actually not funny. It's not
No.
funny at all. He's got kids, and the fact that she still gives a shit after he's cheated on her. You know what? Jennifer Garner's awesome, by the way. I mean, like like she could have just like let him go. But we mentioned this a long time ago, Dennis. Remember we saw that picture of him
Mhm.
and Jason Momoa with beers in their hand, and I distinctly remember hearing him say he was sober and he was making trips to Vegas, and this was right after he won the Argo Oscar and stuff. So, and that's the thing that happens with relapse happens more often in celebration than it does in despair. And that's the thing you got to watch out for. Know that firsthand experience in that one, folks. Yeah. Ben, CNN. Ben
Yeah. Well,
Affleck has entered rehab. A source close to the actor tells CNN. Actor 46 has been open about his struggles with alcohol addiction. He previously sought treatment 2001, 2017. Following completion of his treatment in March 2017, Ben Affleck wrote of experience recovery in Facebook post. I've completed treatment for alcohol addiction, something I've dealt with in the past and will continue to confront. Affleck wrote at the time, I want to live life to the fullest and be the best father I can be. I want my kids to know that there is no shame in getting help when you need it. And that is true. And to be a source of strength for anyone out there who needs help but is afraid to take the first step. Thing is, with these rehabs, like I'm not totally down on them. The 30-day rehabs are basically your introductory offer into sobriety. They don't the percentages of people walking out of a 30-day rehab and staying clean are so low. You actually need to like be in like 6 months. It's I know it sounds like a long time, but that's it's you're changing behavior and it's rough. So I wish him all luck, but don't think he's going to be Batman.
I don't think he's gonna be Batman either because they don't have a
Too
script
bad.
as of yet. As we said, he's 46. He'll probably be 47 by the time they actually start doing that in production. And considering that all the bad press that was surrounding him during the whole Justice League movie thing, I mean, remember a lot of people were just focusing on Ben Affleck and not the movie. Excuse me.
Yeah, they weren't happy about that. And like I like him as Batman. I think he's a
Yeah.
really good Batman. I'd love to see more. I hope he gets sober and we see more Ben Affleck Batman. I really do. But I've seen a lot of scuttlebutt, and this is how these things start. Okay. So I this could happen, folks. I'm gonna say within a year, don't be surprised if we're hearing about a Dark Knight Returns with Michael Keaton. I saw a bunch of tweets like plopped out of nowhere. Like, wouldn't it be rad if Michael Keaton came out? We've talked about this for years, but it seems like it's catching steam, especially with the DC universe not being a cohesive universe, and they can do one-offs. That would be brilliant to do that. I mean, bring everybody back. I mean, like screw. I don't know. Like Jack Nicholson's retired, right? But like
Uh,
I would bring him
yeah,
back for a
maybe.
scene or like a little 10-minute scene or something like that. And Michelle Pfeiffer and that'd be brilliant. Danny
You know,
DeVito, like just go all out. I know the Penguin's on it, but who cares?
they can get
It's
Christian Slater to basically reprise, Nicholson's role as Joker.
They could. I would rather see Nicholson though. I would like to see
Right.
Nicholson. And then somebody asked in the chat last night. I think it was Jody. Like, who would you get to play Superman? And I'm like, Brandon Routh. Get Brandon Routh. Get to be the Christopher Reeve type of Superman. I think it'd be freaking awesome. Superman doesn't age, so
I want to say thank you, Mary
or ages
Ashmead.
slowly.
$2. Susan's get out of jail fund. Tequila.
Remember that Pee Wee?
Oh yeah, the Pee Wee dance. Tequila.
Tila.
That was an awesome. Yeah, that movie. That's one of my favorite Tim Burton movies. Tell you the truth.
Absolutely.
And it's that and Ed Wood. Those are my two that I
Uh,
actually like.
yeah, Pee Wee, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is my favorite Tim Burton movie. Ed Wood and Pee Wee. Yeah,
Yeah, because Ed Wood, that whole thing.
Ed Wood is
Oh,
genius,
dude,
dude.
Boris Karloff. Bela Lugosi. Say Boris Karloff's a cocksucker. Boris Karloff's a cocksucker. just the way he says it. And I'm just, it's Martin Landau does such a good job of that movie.
I
Just
loved
awesome
freaking
job.
Edward Scissorhands too. I mean, I love Tim Burton.
Oh, and by
Nightmare
the
Before
way,
Christmas, of course. He didn't
one of my
direct that.
favorite things with Ed Wood was when they were doing the junket for that, the movie premiere, and MTV was still a thing, and they were doing the whole the movie premiere of that. And Kennedy, remember Kennedy?
Yes.
So she was out there interviewing all the stars, and Martin Landau comes up, and she goes, "And who are you?" And he goes, "Martin Landau. I'm starred in the movie." She goes, "Oh, great. What else have we seen you in?" And he kind of looks at her like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Yeah, and he just blows her off completely. Man, it was the funniest thing.
I think Kennedy was fucking with him though.
No, she.
No. She's. I mean, like whether you like her politics or not, she's like kind of she's very, very smart. I think she was fucking with him. She's a trolley type. But that's funny. That's funny. Gary, what
Natalie
about
Shadow.
Batman Beyond with Keaton? Who would play Terry McGinnis? We talked about that last night. I was totally like Gyllenhaal be okay, but what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. You forgot it last time. I'm forgetting it now. Third Rock from the Sun guy.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt would be a great. I mean, he's getting a little old though.
You know who else would be good is Taron Egerton, the guy.
Oh
who
yeah.
Kingsman.
Kingsman. Yes.
Yeah, he would be an awesome Terry McGinnis. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anybody else that would actually the guy who plays Superman right now on Supergirl. He's doing a lot of movie roles.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
He'd be a really good
he'd be
Terry
good.
McGinnis. Yeah.
Or get Tom Welling to actually throw on a Superman suit for like a Dark Knight Returns and get him just yoked up, which dude, steroids are not they use them in Hollywood. Okay. Those people get yoked up very fast.
Movie for nobody, yes. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as an old Bruce Wayne would be awesome.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
All over that. That would be great. But I just want to see Michael Keaton. I mean, we were robbed of the third Batman. It sucks. Remember those days where we would never get the third movie? It always like everything would fall apart by the third movie.
Yeah.
And like Batman was supposed to be a trilogy. It was, and basically we got a messed up version of it in Batman Forever. And I like Val Kilmer as Batman. I did.
Yeah, I did too. I thought he was good. Troy Aldrich. Anyone other than me here ever watched Space 1999?
No.
I used to watch that shit all the time.
Watch the shit out of that show. It's great.
Yeah. Martin Landau, and that was awesome too.
It was. I remember watching that when I was like really, really little, so it kind of creeped me out for some reason. But I was like 4. So.
Well, yeah, it was the woman who turned into the cat all the time.
Yeah, it was just. Yeah,
it was kind of creepy. I don't know why. It just was. Troy Aldrich. Wow, Justice would be a completion of Closer for Smallville.
It would. You're not the only one, Artemis over easy. I think it's against the grain, but I didn't care for Keaton as Batman. Needs some unknown actor out there to pick up the mantle, like Henry C for Superman. Agreed. If Batfleck isn't going to come back, find somebody like that to play him in the future. Keaton was a weird choice. When I first heard it, I was like, "What? Mr. Mom is going to be fucking Batman? Are you fucking kidding me?" But it worked for me.
So. Actually, who would be really good is Arnie Hammer. They actually did really well together in Man from U.N.C.L.E. Playing
wasn't he supposed to be Batman in the Justice League? George Miller Justice League?
Yep, he was.
Yeah.
So I think that would actually be good. Well, seeing the Man from U.N.C.L.E. and seeing Henry Cavill and Arnie Hammer play against each other, they did such a good job. I could see them as Superman and Batman together in another Justice League movie.
Oh yeah, Henry Cavill, that whole negotiation thing, and especially when what's her name from Beyond the Trailer, Grace Randolph was like saying, "Oh, he doesn't have a leg to stand on." After Mission Impossible, like he's been the standout since then. So I think he kind of does have a leg to stand on. I think they cannot replace him as Superman. I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Thank you, Dakota Stanton, for the $5. I think Jamie from Blue Bloods would do a good Terry or Nightwing. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Sorry.
What was the name again? I'll look it up, bro.
Jamie from Blue Bloods.
Right.
Philip A. Demick. Yeah, I think Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Lobo would be really awesome too. I'm really bummed about Lobo being wasted on a god awful show like Krypton. He deserved his own movie.
Will Estes.
Yeah, Will Estes. Okay.
Yeah.
I know Will Estes.
I should probably show the picture of him since I just.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know who the character is. I never watch the show, so I.
Just in case you don't know, that'd be good, Terry McGinnis.
Yeah,
Definitely.
no, I know the actor's name. I just didn't know his character's name.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Tom Selleck's in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I know.
So the new Magnum isn't going to have a mustache?
I guess not.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Then why even make it? Why even make it? Here, you go to the chat, and then we need to talk about Bond.
Yes, we do. Grady Broyles, yeah, the trailer for The Man in the High Castle looks really freaking good. The new trailer. It was, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's coming out, what, October, you said? So
October 5th, yes.
October 5th. Does it drop all at once, or is it?
I don't know. It's on Amazon, and I don't know if they're going to cut up the season like they've done with everything else, because normally they've dropped.
They drop
all at once.
So yeah, we'll cover it. We're definitely going to cover that. Probably do a couple podcasts on it though. Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. So Dennis, go for it.
So Danny Boyle isn't going to be directing Bond 25 anymore due to, and say it with me, kids, creative differences.
Oh, you don't want to see that. I shared the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's our list. Where'd it go? Damn it. I hate it when I do that. There it is.
So they're also looking for writers as well, which means they were going to premiere this in the end of 2019. So they're going to start filming now, roughly, or the end of this year, and release it in 2019. But now without any writers and no director, I doubt they're going to be making it in 2019 at all.
Yeah, I don't think Daniel Craig will be coming back for another Bond movie. I think we have seen him in his last Bond movie.
Which really
we
sucks.
Keep having problems with James freaking Bond. And I've been reading articles that are such bullshit, like it's a character of the 20th century and time that, we can't have a James Bond at this time. The times have passed about. It's like, shut up. It is a spy who does spy shit. And and what they were talking about was like all the womanizing and stuff. It's like, listen, you can make him a flirt and not be woman. It's so stupid. Good writer. It sucks. Danny Boyle's a good director. I'm kind of disappointed about this because that would have been fun. But they were throwing out some names. I heard some names on Midnight's Edge that said Edgar Wright. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. I'd be down with that.
But if creative differences,
I know. No. Like they keep picking directors who just don't play. If you give them creative freedom, he'll do it. I mean, like Edgar Wright can adapt something. Okay, Scott Pilgrim was a great adaptation to a comic I didn't even like. I love the movie and I don't like the comic. So,
you know who actually would be a really good fit for this, considering that he already did a really good Bond film to begin with. It was called The Bourne Identity. Doug Liman.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't fucking shake the camera like Greengrass did. But
no, he doesn't. No, he's actually
Doug Liman's good. Yeah.
I mean, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Live, Die, Repeat, or he's done a lot of different movies. And I think
they really need a sexy director. And Danny Boyle was it. I mean, there's not many out there that now I've heard what's the latest rumor was Nolan. I don't
that'd
see
be interesting.
But if Nolan did a Bond movie, fuck yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Let him write it. Like completely give him like, here, do your James Bond.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That'd be awesome. And How's Your Father? Yes, Atomic Blonde was supposed to be like a female James. It really wasn't a female James Bond movie. It was a female secret agent movie, but it was really good. I liked it. Set in the 80s, so the soundtrack helped a lot too. So
I thought it was just meh. I wasn't a big fan of it.
I had fun with it.
It was
So,
like decently directed. It was well directed.
plus, I got it for $5. So that was pretty nice. Artemis Overeasy says, have to think Boyle would have done a bit different movie compared to the standard Bond film. And yeah, that's part of the reason why he left, because they didn't want him to do a different movie. They wanted him to do a standard Bond film. So
no. Hey, Random, what's up? What is up? Yeah. I think they need to get a good action director to do it. I don't know if Boyle would have been right, to be honest with you. He's good. I like his stuff, but I don't know.
Darth Barbecue says having the British director restriction cuts down on the talent pool.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
They should really open that up. I forgot who they were talking to now. They said they were talking. It honestly doesn't matter as long as there's a damn good script. And I like Daniel Craig as James Bond, but I mean, nothing even comes close to like Casino Royale was so fucking good.
Yeah, Grady Broyles, Matthew Vaughn would be good.
Oh God, yeah, but he's doing them already.
Yeah, he's already doing those already.
Matthew Vaughn is the reason Daniel Craig is James Bond because of Layer Cake. So
yeah, Layer Cake is freaking awesome.
Layer Cake is so good.
Yeah,
you've not seen Layer Cake. What do y'all think of? Did we miss the super chat, Dennis?
Did we?
Crazy Carlos asked, "What do y'all think about Danny Boyle pulling out of 007 and Alba not denying he is going to be the new Bond? If Idris Alba is the new Bond, so be it. Whatever. I mean, like." It doesn't make a ton of sense, but we're so far into the Bond thing. You can start doing alterna bonds and stuff, and Cinnabons and whatever else you want to do. And I like Idris Elba. I do.
Mendes said he wanted to actually do it where James Bond was a title. It was not a person's name. They almost put it in to his movies.
Yeah, I would have hated
which
that.
I thought would be interesting.
I hated that. I mean, you could it's Bond is not like this cohesive thing, so you can play with it a little more. I don't have a problem with it. I love Idris Elba. I wanted him to play the Doctor. I wanted him to be the Doctor so bad. By the way, his best movie is fucking Losers. The Losers. I talk about it all the time. That is a great movie.
It is a good movie.
It is seriously one of the top 5 best DC comic book adaptations ever. And look at the cast now. It's Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Chris Evans, Idris Elba, Zoe Saldana. Yeah, it's damn.
Yeah, pretty much everybody in there is all doing movies on their own now.
Big ass stars. Jason
all grown up.
Yeah. Where are you going, star? Oh, sorry, that was not Jason Kirkpatrick. That's from his movie, and he was the best thing in it. Oh my God. And if you've read the comic, it's really close to the comic too, and it's directed who directed The Losers? I should know this.
I can't remember. I know it's a good director too.
I'm gonna go look
right now at the moment. While you're doing that, I'm gonna talk a little about DC Universe. And DC Universe is Doom Patrol.
Sylvain White has done Stomp the Yard. He's directed some episodes of The Americans, The Mark of Angels. This guy needs to be directing more stuff. Did a Lethal Weapon.
Oh, I think it's because The Losers tanked, in the box office. So that's the reason why he's.
Oh, that sucks. I would definitely. The Losers is like one of my top. Oh, he directed an episode of Sleepy Hollow too.
Excuse me.
That show went off the rails. Had a good first season and just went off the rails.
It went. Yeah, as someone put it in our chat, it kind of did went off like the Marianas Trench, dropped off like the Marianas Trench.
Yes,
down quickly. So DC Universe, they have that little show that they're going to be doing called Doom Patrol, and they're going to have Robot Man on it. Well, they found the voice for Robot Man, and it's going to be Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. And he is also going to be in the flashbacks of the live action, the human form of Robot Man. So
really,
yeah.
I knew about The Voice. Okay, well, cool. But that's going to be on the is that in the streaming service?
Yeah, the streaming
Yeah.
service.
And do
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I'll cross my fingers. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I love Doom
He
Patrol, but
did great.
yeah, but this is going to be a Berlanti production. Greg Berlanti.
Well, he's
It
producing it,
is.
but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I don't
that's
know.
all. That's getting to Kurtzman level with me, but not quite. But it's getting there. Random says, I don't know. Personally, I like older men, just not as in love with Idris Elba as the internet is. And yeah, it's also he's kind of like such a go-to guy. Random. It's like there's other people out there. Yeah, and now Shadow says Idris Elba should be a 00, but not James Bond. He should star in a Bond film with Daniel Craig and continue from there. See, that's a great idea. Like, just give Idris Elba his own franchise, because he could carry. He just hasn't had a chance yet. He could totally carry a franchise, I think. Luther's a damn good show.
Yeah, I mean, because God, The Dark Tower was just a shitty movie. That was Ron Howard.
Fault.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, and it had two great actors in it too. But
yeah,
that doesn't matter sometimes.
God. So also with DC Universe, they're going to do a daily show called DC Daily. And it's going to be kind of like a variety show where they're going to have rotating hosts, and they're going to kick off. And I believe it starts next week, as a matter of fact. And Kevin Smith is going to be the first host on that.
Really?
So yeah, they're going to showcase stuff like DC Comics, shows,
cool,
all that kind of stuff.
But Kevin Smith is the host, you said?
For the first couple of.
Okay, so he's not permanent host.
No.
I'm okay with that then. Find another host. Yeah,
hosts.
don't make it Kevin Smith and I'm blanking on his name now from Talking Dead. Can we get somebody besides those two?
Yeah,
They're
Chris
not
Hardwick.
the only
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick. They're not the only two nerds in the world. Carrie Dalton. Yeah, that's who your director should be. Just Martin Campbell. Fuck it. Just bring back Martin Campbell. He did GoldenEye, did Casino Royale. Those are two damn good Bond movies. So yeah, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, the new skinnier Kevin Smith, where now he's just going to talk all about his heart attack. And the giant spider every now and then, because, God knows that hasn't been driven into the ground by yet. Jay Wiggs says 007 was the Panzer number for Michael Whitman, German tank ace that got destroyed and killed him. The British respected him and used 007 for that movie. Okay. Cool. Interesting.
They need to just find a good Bond. I hope I'm not going to hate Doctor Who, but I just wanted a good male doctor. Idris Elba would have been cool. Yeah. We did Don and I did a top 10 people who should be the Doctor podcast. If you dig through, you can find it. That was 2 years ago.
Thank you, Dakota Stanton, for the $5. Brendan Fraser was surprisingly good in Condor, the AT&T original series. So meh. And yeah, he was also in the Getty, one of the 2 Getty productions that was out. And he played the bodyguard, if I remember correctly, of Getty that was involved with handing off the money or something like that, and did a really good job in that as well.
Thank you, Dakota. Appreciate it. I fucking love Casino Royale. Great theme song. Great movie.
Yeah. Troy Aldrich says, what about Tom Hiddleston for Bond? Loki is Bond.
Yeah, that would be a good Bond.
Yeah.
Troy, I would not argue with that at all. It would definitely be different in style. You can be more of he'd be more of the debonair Bond, because Daniel Craig is not that. That's the thing that's kind of gotten me tired of him a little bit is I'm of the Roger Moore generation, so I saw the cheesiest Bond you can see. That's what I was brought up on it, and I like a little bit of that put into my James Bond. I don't like Bond being being Jason Bourne basically, and I love Pierce Brosnan as Bond. I thought he was great. I thought they kind of screwed him over because he wanted to keep doing it, by the way. The only one I didn't like was Dalton. I didn't like Timothy Dalton that much. I like Timothy Dalton and everything else, but I didn't like him as Bond.
Slurmy Scott, thank you for the $5. Yes, I had this in. I was going to pull this out here. Guardians 3 officially put on hold. All workers, they're not laid off. They were actually just put off. Is all that was done. So it's been put on hold because they don't have a director, of course, for Guardians 3. They do have a first draft script which needs to be done. Needs to be worked on. And so they all the pre-production people that come in, which were 20 people, they sent them back home. That's all that happened.
Wow, I'm trying to find like a decent website to go to on that.
Actually, I put it on the Facebook page. I didn't get a chance to put it on the tights list there, so it should be at the top.
It's on Deadline. There we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The pre-production crew. Okay, see, because Deadline gets it right, and that's not surprising, but kind of sucky nonetheless. This whole thing just won't go away for Disney, and this is like the first real like black eye for the MCU. And not directly. I mean, it's going to survive. It's not going to hurt it in any way or shape or form. I mean, it's going to hurt it in the long run. But as far as like the brand, I don't think people are going to be like, I'm done with the MCU because of James Gunn. I don't think so. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 pre-production crew dismissed as project goes on hold. To the surprise of no one, a small crew that was assembled of pre-production in Atlanta, Georgia on Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has been dismissed in the wake of James Gunn's firing while they figure out what the hell's going on. Ant-Man and the Wasp did 24 million opening day.
They hit 500 million worldwide so far.
Yeah, they did.
Which is good.
Their domestic total wasn't that great though. The Guardians of the Galaxy films have amazed $1.6 billion, but it's going to get delayed. But this, I think this could do some lasting damage. James Gunn was popular. He had a lot of friends, and however you feel about him, he's gone. So he ain't coming back. That's it. And he did himself in. It sucks how it happened, but that's how it happened. It won't be the same. It won't be the same without him. And I wouldn't be surprised if this. I think there's a possibility this might not get made, or it will look vastly different. Like it's going to look different. Might be missing.
And people were asking, who would you replace as director? Because I mean, Gunn is still writing this. They haven't fired him as the writer. They just fired him as the director. And I think it's going to be
he's fired from Disney.
Well, he's fired from Disney, but they said they're keeping.
So they're keeping his first draft, but whoever comes in and does the second draft will not be James Gunn. God, I don't know. I mean, Taika Waititi, I guess, is the smartest thing, but he's nothing like him at all. Who could come in and direct and probably direct it somewhat like him is Joss Whedon. If you want to get a movie that looks like James Gunn directs a lot like Joss Whedon. If you go watch Serenity, they're very together. Yeah. So I would say if you want it to look like that, you bring back Joss and have him direct it. I know that's not a popular name.
Drew Goddard.
Does he direct that? I mean, Drew Goddard directed. I would. Drew Goddard's great.
Drew Goddard worked with Gunn as well. So they're all
probably exactly why he won't get the job, probably. But yeah, Drew Goddard would be good. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Who would you like? Who do you think to get? They're probably not going to go with either of that. You're probably going to get some Ryan Johnson. Yeah, no way. He's free right now.
Johnson, yeah, Ryan is free.
He'll subvert all our expectations.
Yeah. Till God, there was too many things that were vying to come out at the same time. I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it's okay. I think. Wow, I forgot about Ant-Man 2. Is it good? I think that's the kind of shifty wow is. It was kind of forgettable. I mean, my co-host liked it more than I did.
Liked it.
I thought it was okay. I thought, Paul Rudd was the best part, but they didn't have enough of him in, and he was kind of a moron through the whole thing, and it didn't really do much super stuff other than getting big and then passing out. And yeah, it just really wasn't. I don't know. I didn't like it very much.
Jeremy Scott says estimated Gunn will get $7 million plus for the script.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's going to do okay. I mean, he's going to save his money, and he's going to go off and do indie horror movies and stuff, and that's probably his passion anyway. But Ron Howard, Ron Howard, Damian Raw. I would not be surprised to see Ron Howard to come. Well, not after Solo.
No.
I think that. Now,
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's probably got somebody in mind. I heard Edgar Wright's name again. It's like, no, I would love it.
Edgar Wright's not coming anywhere near that.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't have him either. So
yeah,
but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Taika Waititi.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it's going to be myself.
Yep. So that news just hit. I was at work today, so I didn't.
Yeah.
At all. For Guardians 3, does it matter? Will it be any? It's not be that different anyway. Like a new storyline since after Avengers 4. Says Harley's little sister. Yeah. It's supposed to be Warlock is supposed to be in it.
Adam Warlock. Yeah.
Adam Warlock. And damn, yeah, that's a story I wanted to see. That was like, I've been waiting for that. I mean, it sucks that we're getting it, the whole Infinity War without him, but
you could do the Keepers of the Stones, the Keeper of the Stones at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, there's tons of things you can do.
Yeah.
But I think James Gunn was, a random. Yeah. Matthew Vaughn.
Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah. Matthew Vaughn. Cause she said director of Kingsman. Yes. The problem is he's super busy doing all his Miller World stuff with Netflix, but I am on this podcast. Both of us are many times saying Matthew Vaughn can direct anything. Like that's my go-to first guy to go to.
Yeah. I would love to see him tackle a big superhero type of movie.
Oh, he would be so good at it. I would love to see him do Fantastic Four or Superman. So like a very traditional superhero movie, because he would do it right. I mean, he's got love for the medium, and
he's talked about wanting to do a Superman movie, and I would just love to see him do Superman.
Started out as like a producer for Guy Ritchie, and turned out to be a better director. I mean, I like Guy Ritchie too. Don't get me wrong, but
I love Guy Ritchie stuff. I mean, I really do.
Matthew Vaughn's like a more temper. Guillermo del Toro's another guy, Nyla Shadow, that we adore, but he doesn't work well with others.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Oh my God, the first Kingsman movie, so damn good.
And speaking of not being able to follow through, so Apple has given a series order to adapt Isaac Asimov's Foundation series. Great series. But the follow through is Goyer is attached.
Yeah. So Rebel tweeted that to me, and I saw the beginning. I'm all, yes! And I saw, no, Goyer sucks. Oh my God. Just watch Krypton. When Goyer is working with somebody like, I don't know, Christopher Nolan, I mean, like, I would look good writing with Christopher Nolan. Okay. So if there's somebody who is a much stronger leader who's with him in charge, then yes. But if it's him by himself, I mean, did you guys see Krypton? See Krypton. Just see the last bits of Krypton.
Yeah, it's got some really good concepts in it. And Brainiac looks awesome. And then it just all goes to shit. Really.
Yep. Philip A. Demick says James Gunn will direct DC's Legion of Superheroes. I'm like 50-50 on that, Philip. Seriously, it's like, I think WB would love to stick it to Disney by bringing in their Golden Boy and having them direct their Galactic movies, and that would be great. And that way James Gunn could get back. But WB has had their own director problem of late. So I don't know if they want to revisit that, but I would love, I don't know. I would like to see James Gunn has apologized for the tweets, right? I mean,
yes, he has profusely. He said he was a provocateur early on, when he was doing that in his career.
There's a serious lot of jokes about that subject. I mean, that's indefensible to me. Bye, movie Finobi. Bailing out on us soon.
See ya, Finobi.
Viking bitch. What's up, Viking bitch?
Brad Bird is great at animated stuff, guys, but his live action stuff leaves a lot to be desired. And I'm a huge Brad Bird fan. But I can't stand his live action stuff at all. Just go back and watch Ghost Protocol and time how long that what's his face Cruise is running in that movie. Literally, he's running for about like 30 minutes straight.
I'd like to see him get another crack, but yeah, you're right. But that might have been Cruise. Bailing. I thought you said you were bailing out. You were getting tired. I'm no quitter. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Viking bitch is bailing out, but I understand. We'll see you Sunday morning, Viking bitch.
Yeah, Nyla Shadow. I know a lot of people like Ghost Protocol. I saw it for free even, and I still couldn't get past it. It was really
it's okay. I mean, I like all the first Mission Impossible movie is the one I love it until the end, and I can't get over the ending. So they're average action movies, but making Mr. Phelps the bad guy, sorry,
pissed
spoilers,
me off.
Fucking pissed me off to this day.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek Discovery could equal this by making like Kirk the bad guy all along, and and so there's like a future evil Kirk in a timeline. And yeah, that's basically what they did. Oh my God, I just gave Star Trek Discovery another fucking idea. Somebody floated in our chat a couple of, I mean, I'm glad, I think the person was joking, but they said, what do you think of this whole young Kirk thing? And I'm like, what? And like, I couldn't find anything, but I'm seriously, they're going to do that.
They're going to do it. Yeah. They already have Spock coming in. I still think they should just set it up as a futuristic Jerry Springer, and bring in Sarek being Sarek.
They're going to do it. They're going. Okay, yeah. So I am okay. So you are going to bail out now, but you would never bail on me. That's good to know. Movie Finobi.
Nice. Thank you, Rough Girl.
Sunday. Have a good night.
Sunday. Movie Finobi. And thank you, Rough Girl, for the $1.99. Carlos, say when it's time for us to go, okay, Daddy?
Oh, shit. Well, love is in the air in the chat at Nerdrotic. It's Nerdrotica. Bringing people together. That's what we do here. We are healers.
Yeah, Harley's little sister. Who's going to replace Chekhov? Because Anson Yeltsin is dead.
Oh, and he was such a good Chekhov.
He was.
Yeah, the Kelvin. I wonder if Les Moonves is gone and the CBS thing and the rights go back. Then what happens to the Kelvin universe? Well, I think the Kelvin universe is done. Midnight's Edge just did a fantastic video about this. Go check it out. Pretty much saying so. Like, there's the whole negotiation tactics with Chris Pine and Hemsworth. And apparently, like, the only reason they don't have the funding for the movie, they sold the movie before they had the funding. They basically said, hey, we're going to have Thor in this one to sell it to investors. And this was when Beyond was coming out. They're like, yeah, this one might kind of suck, but Thor's coming out. It's going to have Thor. So, and they can't get the investors. They don't have the money. So that's why. So the word from Midnight's Edge is the rest of the people are about to bail out along with Pine. And,
Jesse Cicada Jr. says, JJ says no Chekhov replacement. No. Which is good. I don't want to see
random. This is just like my swingers club days. The chat room. Nice. There's a couple of those here in San Francisco. I forgot what they're called now though. But yeah, they're
Dakota. Thank you for the $5. Gary, the young Kirk thing is the Asia Argento thing. The kid she popped rocks was the kid who played young Kirk in Star Trek 09. Okay.
Gotcha. No way. Okay, see, that's what the chat goes by, and I only catch half of it. Thank you, Dakota. Oh my God. Asia Argento. Okay. Young Kirk.
Yeah, that whole thing.
That's Asia Argento. But
yeah,
it's still bad. I was plus he, they keep on saying he's 17. Yeah, but he just turned 17.
No, she did this back when he was 14 or 15, something like that.
That's what. No, he said it was when he just turned 17, but he was just 16. Yeah. It's ugly. Well, that's Hollywood. I mean, that's like again, that's just what we find out, folks. Are they going to make another Kingsman? Yes,
I believe so. I believe they're working on number 3, and I think number 3 is going to be it. From what I understand.
Now, Shadow says no Yeltsin replacement. Yep, that's what I heard too.
Yeah,
doesn't mean the character won't be replaced. Yeah, they'll probably just put another character in. Yeah,
and
Shifty, that is gross.
I've been hearing stuff, and not just the third Kingsman is going to be the last movie, but they could roll it over into the Statesman.
Yep, or who knows? God, we might get a proper Wanted. That will be, and then there's so many things to do. We can get Chosen, and God, yeah, Millar's got a ton of stuff that's really, really good.
Jody, no, we're not talking about the Asia Argento stuff. We don't talk about that kind of stuff. We're talking about just the regular entertainment news.
Yeah, that's the stuff is other people can talk. It's freaking disgusting. That's all. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. We want to talk about superheroes and shit like Mark Millar's Netflix stuff.
And stuff like Joaquin Phoenix doesn't care about fan expectations for his next Joker movie or his new Joker movie that he's doing. He basically just doesn't give a shit. No.
What's up, Persian Scribe? Well, okay, he cannot give a shit. That doesn't mean they aren't going to be out there. So, I mean, I guess it's good that you're not going to give a shit because they're going to be out there anyway. But usually when people say they don't give a shit about something, they do, except if it's Joaquin Phoenix. He's a little bit of a method crazy actor.
Yeah, he's a little bit on the crazy side.
And hey, Walk the Line is like one of the greatest movies ever made, so it's cool. But
I get where he's coming from, where he's saying, I'm not going to listen to what the fans are saying, but you also need to respect the character, where it's coming from. And if you don't respect the character and its history, and you piss off a lot of the fans that are going to go and see your movie, that's another thing altogether.
That being said, I think this guy will get into the role more than I think. Like he'll Heath Ledger it, like go method on it. Joaquin Phoenix has been making up for missed time after taking 2 years off from acting following Woody Allen's Irrational Man. Boo, Woody Allen. He has returned busier than ever. By the end of 2018, he'll appeared in 4 different movies, they say. Gus Van Sant's cartoonist biopic, Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far, and Mary Magdalene and Sister Brothers. Oh yeah, that one looks kind of funny. Then he's going to be in The Joker. So he doesn't care about fan expectations. What's that in context of, though?
Because they asked him if he was reading anything on the internet, what fans are saying about him playing the Joker, and he's like, no, I don't read any of that. He goes, I don't care about that.
No, he shouldn't. He shouldn't. I would stay the hell away from that. I would get, I'd read a ton of Batman comics, all the Joker comics I would. And I think he is. Yeah. And like you said, respect the character. Okay. Just respect the character. And you know what? Our expectations will be met. I don't like the fact that it's an origin story. I've said that before, but if they were just doing a Joker story with him in it and Todd Phillips directing and Martin Scorsese producing, totally down. That sounds great. I'm excited. I mean, it is like it's an Elseworld, so that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, we're gonna review it. I'm gonna see it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about this in chat? I really hate the Joker having an origin of any kind.
It's the same thing like Darth Vader having an origin. It's like, why in the fuck would you do that? Because then you just take out all the mystery. Sure, you can have stories and things like that. That's precisely what it should be. It should be this rumor, this myth, if you will. You never actually show it. Because the true story is always crappier, really, than what the truth is crappier than the dream.
Yeah. Nihilist Shadow, great point, by the way. And I said, hey, Sorry about Heath Ledger. Sorry he's dead. His Joker was great. Okay, it was, but he says no one is better. No one is as good as Nicholson. No one is as good as Heath Ledger. When Chris Nolan was talking about not, recasting the Joker, I think it was a huge mistake, by the way, and that would have made, the third Batman better. Ledger doesn't own the character of the Joker. Neither does Nicholson. That character has been around before they were around. It'll be around afterwards. There's a lot of ways to interpret the Joker. I want to see the Joker played by many great. Well, I think Joaquin Phoenix is a great pick because he's
except for Jared Leto. I never want to see that Joker ever again.
And I don't think we will, to be honest with you. And there's, I'd love to see the William Dafoe Joker. I think that would be something to see.
Crispin Glover
Joker. And those are three
awesome.
distinct different Jokers that would be great. Yes, boo Woody Allen. Yes, boo Woody Allen, Mary Ashman.
And yes, Carrie Dalton, the Cesar Romero Joker was a definitive Joker.
Dude, that's a great Joker too. And Philip A. Demick, yes, the Killing Joke is the only origin I will accept and is the only acceptable one. Written by the only person who isn't Bill Finger who could write a Joker origin, which is Alan Moore, because Alan Moore knows the score.
And then he also walks away from it and disowns it. It's not my story anymore. It's no one's story. That's how he sounds like, when he's really angry.
And on Golden Pond, Batman and Joker movie. You are my Dark Knight of shining armor.
Wow. All right.
Thank you.
We're nearing the end.
Glover was already scared. No, that wasn't him, Carrie. That was 28 Days Later guy. It was I'm blanking on his name now.
Oh, Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy,
yeah.
Crispin Glover was awesome in American Gods.
Yes,
and he looks great. Like he's drinking, baby blood or bathing in baby blood or something like that.
Yeah, he looks really young, which is kind of frightening, dude.
Weird. Check him out. Check him out. He plays Mr. World. And
I like Crispin Glover. He's very odd, but I kind of like it the way he, he's just odd.
Yeah, he's in like little bit scenes in American Gods, but and he plays kind of the big bad, but he's fucking great.
So we're almost near the end.
Sean Bean is the Penguin. That great. That would almost kind of work, Crazy Carlos. Yeah.
So remember Sony and their crazy reboots?
Oh wait, I got to get to one chat. One of the greatest missed opportunities of all time, Ed Brewer, Tim Curry Joker. Tim Curry, great Joker. Oh,
that would have been awesome.
Yep. Sorry, come on.
You know how Sony has those crazy reboots that they're doing? All these different TV shows that they're rebooting. Well, ABC and Sony are going to reboot Bewitched with an interracial family.
Okay. Just another reboot that nobody's going to give a shit about.
So this follows on, remember ABC was going to reboot The Greatest American Hero?
Yeah.
With a drunk Indian American woman, I believe is what it was. Which that crashed and burned. They actually hired the person. I actually liked the actress that they had hired. And then they canceled it out completely because they realized how bad of an idea that was actually going to be. Yeah,
this is happening more and more. It was really evident with the Buffy quote unquote reboot is running that flag up. Is there was no production company, there was no script, there was anything. It was just like, hey, let's try this. We're gonna go on Twitter. There's gonna be a Buffy reboot. Wait for it. Oh, there's not going to be a Buffy reboot. I mean, that's
torches and pitchforks.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what happened. What's up, Man of Action? People are casting stuff. I'm kind of liking this. John Goodman as the Penguin. Nyla Shadowhale. Yes. I guess there are no Vikings fans here, but Philip A. Dimick, Minnesota Vikings or Vikings the TV show? Now there are Vikings the TV show fans. Philip A. Dimick, Viking bitch just left. But there are other. I think Crazy Carlos is a Vikings fan. So, and we will be covering it. We will. I promised.
Mary Ashmead, Ian McShane as the Penguin would be awesome.
Ooh, that is really good.
Yeah, I could see Ian McShane as the Penguin. And Jesse Cicada, Jim Carrey as the Joker wouldn't work.
Mark Hamill is a live action Joker. That could work. Apple Crow. I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He did the Trickster, which was basically that was his proto Joker before he started doing the voice for Joker. Yeah. And I think that works just as well. So yeah. No, yeah. Go Pack Go. I don't know what that is.
That's Packers. That's Packers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my in-laws are all Packer fans. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Dakota, who said that? Who said Go Pack Go?
Dakota says it, and so does Persian Scribe.
Okay. Because the Wisconsin people there. Don't know if I missed it, but the Venom trilogy we don't need. What the fuck? Is there going to be a trilogy of Venoms?
There might be. Who knows?
Are they going to do Planet of the Symbiotes? They probably are.
Probably are.
Or
yeah.
I mean, you know what sucks is they can't do Ultimate Carnage. I mean, because no Spider-Man.
Ian McShane as Ra's al Ghul. I don't know. I kind of liked and I can't remember his name now. The guy who played Dr. Julian Bashir on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He played Ra's al Ghul on Gotham and was perfect. Was just absolutely perfect. I loved him as Ra's. But yeah, I don't know if Ian McShane could do.
He could.
Ra's.
He's a little old, but he could do it. No, I think he could.
And yeah, Slurmy Scott Paulin was so gay in Bewitched. And he was great in it too. Paulin was awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, the guy was pretty much openly gay in like the time where it wasn't really cool, and people loved him. Although there's a lot of people out there who just had no idea. They're like, Paulin gay? Shut up.
Nyla Shadow, thank you. Alexander Siddig. Yes, that's his name. Who played Reich in Gotham. He was awesome. And he could totally chew up scenery too. I was kind of surprised. I didn't know he could do that. And I liked it. So for our final news.
Wait, does everyone realize we have just become Wizard Magazine? A Wizard Magazine segment. Carrie, you're on to us, Carrie Dalton. Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap up here in a little bit.
Yeah. So
by the way, before we get to our final one, you will have time. Venture Brothers has been released. The new Venture Brothers episode is on the Adult Swim website. It is free. It is 20 something minutes if you want to stay up late. Persian Scribe, Go Chargers. Yeah, formerly. Can't say that anymore. If you want to stay up late, we are going to wrap up here. Give you guys time to watch Venture Brothers and then join us for a bonus recap tonight because they released the episode early. Don't get mad at us. Get mad at Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm. Or don't say Go Beavers.
Go Beavers.
If you watch the episode, you'll
watch the episode, you'll know.
That resonated more with me than the other stuff did. So
we can't talk about sports here. Like, I swear to God, if you bring up sports, the view count goes.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And honestly, I end up going.
Yep. See, we just lost one. Come back. I was just talking about see, we lost two. Damn it, people.
So what's going to happen here is in December, I should say, the 2-hour series finale of Timeless is going to air on NBC. They're finally going to get to close out everything that they need to do.
And then Dennis can stop talking about this goddamn show. It's like, I could give a fuck about this show.
I'm gonna keep talking about it.
I'm gonna keep talking about this 2-season show that like 8 people watched. I know it was you that paid for the helicopter that went over Con.
I used money from this thing. Don't let it on. And it was worth it, man. Because we got a 2-hour show that's going to happen in December. I'm all for it.
Was it like going to be on Friday night at 10 or something?
It's probably going to be on Sunday night at 10. Yeah. That's
Slimmy
usually.
Scott, Liberace gay? What?
There's no
Yeah,
way he could be
that's
gay.
what it was like. Oh my god! It's like, yeah.
You know, there was some joke in a movie. I can't remember which one it was when they were talking about Liberace must slay, and he gets all kinds of women.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what that was from.
It was like a Robin Williams skit. I can't remember. I can't remember either.
No, it was something recent, like in a movie or a TV show fairly recently, where they were somebody in the 70s, and they were talking about Liberace.
I remember when my mom, like, I was like rocking out to some Elton John when I was like a little kid, and she's like, "Oh, I like Elton John too." And then she whispers around, and she goes, "He's gay," and I'm like, "What? What are you talking about, Mom?" Like, who cares? Like, my mom was funny like that. She was fine with this stuff, but she would always go, "He's gay." But my mom's brother was lived in Palm Springs with his friend, but this was the 70s, so we didn't talk about this stuff, but they were roommates for 35 years. And yeah, Dale in Palm Springs had a great house too, man. Coolest pool. Gotta love the Venture Brothers.
That's what it was. Apple Crow. I think it was Austin Powers. Yeah, Liberace.
Yes!
Who saw that coming?
That was Austin Powers. Right. Yeah, you're right.
That's all the women loved him. Who saw that coming?
My mom was she was cool. She's a little crazy. She's a little crazy, but she's cool. She's in Fallbrook, Johnny Pappas, amongst the avocados. So the remake. What about Dream of Jeannie?
Dream of Jeannie.
Remake. They did a movie, right?
Yeah,
with Will Ferrell, and it was terrible.
That was Bewitched.
I don't know if she's watching, but I an ex-girlfriend. Her name was Janine. We called her Janini. Dead ringer. She looks exactly like Jeannie. Exactly.
She looked like Barbara Eden.
She looked like just like dead ringer.
Wow.
She's on my Facebook. She still looks like her to this day. She looks great. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But
nothing replaces Barbara Eden.
Terrible boyfriend. I was a terrible boyfriend.
God. Yeah.
I love Dream of Jeannie too.
No, there was the whole and again, I can't remember what 80s movie it is, but I remember Taylor Negron talking with he was supposed to be beating somebody up is what it was. And then he ends up talking there like, yeah, there was Dick York and Dick Sargent. That's right. There's two different Darrens. You just don't change dicks in midstream.
You don't. Jeannie had two dicks. And yeah. And
no, not Jeannie. That was Bewitched.
Bewitched, yes. She had two dicks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Dick York and Dick Sargent.
And it was like those two shows and Green Acres, and then they throw in like Star Trek and a Twilight Zone, and then
Petticoat
Junction, and you get then you got 2 episodes of Andy Griffith, then the Dick Van Dyke Show, and this is like in the early 80s when you're sick or you played sick from school. And all day long, it was, before there was like, Jerry Springer's and all that shit. Yeah, they just reran like 60s sitcoms.
Yeah, and you were waiting for the cartoons to come on, and you're just like, oh, yeah, that's right. There's nothing on TV in the daytime. Shit. But you got to play sick, so you got to lay there.
And trying to explain to my kid, like, our TV made a noise, like when you press the button. Like because it had the dial, it could go ka-chink, 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 and then you had that big circular thing on the top of your TV that would move the big antenna on your house, and to get that third station. Yeah, Outer Limits, fuck yeah, Outer Limits.
Yeah. Chris Cross, that's a great name. Chris Cross says headline from Digital Spy says Mr. Robot end date is pending, and it could get 5th season. Says Rami Malek. Actually, I read the interview with Rami Malek. And he said that it's possible. It's the same thing that Christian Slater said, is that Sam Esmail says he wants to go either 4 or 5 seasons. He's not sure. They're in the writing room right now with season 4. They're going to see how it pans out. And if it does pan out, there could be a 5th season, and that will be the final season. But if not, 4th season will be it.
I did a video on this, and the purpose of it, and I even mentioned it in the video, was Christian Slater. I think it was done at season 4, and Christian Slater floated it out there and that's what his quote was. Like, I pretty sure that he didn't say it for sure, but he's all, it looks like we're going to end it at season 4. And I think that was a little kick in the ass to Sam Esmail because he's been focusing on this other show to like maybe get another. Because it really does, the way the story's wrapping up, it needs 2 seasons. It does. Yeah. It can do it in 1, but there's so much going on right now that I would wait 2 extra years for it too. That show is a great show.
Yeah, it's an awesome show.
But I think that was definitely a strategic move on Christian Slater's part.
Oh yeah, he's generating buzz is what he's doing.
And thanks for bringing that in the chat. That's good news. That makes me happy.
So that's pretty much all we have for our news.
So we'll wrap up the chat. We'll go like a little while longer, and
The Price is Right was the big ticket, is what Bishop Pack says.
Oh yeah, The Price is Right.
Yeah, and also no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. What was that? Deal of the century or deal of the century?
Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal. Yeah, Monty. Yeah.
Monty Hall. Yeah. Poor man's Bob Barker. Monty Hall was.
I love Monty Hall though.
I did too. He had that big long 70s like mic, that pin microphone, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah. It looks like you could stab somebody with it at the same time as interview them. Yeah.
Press Your Luck had whammies.
Press Your Luck. Thank you. Yeah. Press Your Luck. Deal of the Century was something else. I think that was a movie. That was a bad Chevy Chase movie.
$10,000 Pyramid. Sale of the Century was another. Let's Make a Deal was Monty Hall. That's right. Random.
Sale of the Century. That's what it was. Sale of the Century. Thank you. Yeah. Let's Make a Deal. Monty Hall. Hey Monty, I'll take what's behind door number 2. Press Your Luck. Yes. Brian Smart, my mom used to make me hold the antenna to get a clear picture so that she could watch the news.
That we've all done that. Random says I might be a bit of a game show fan, like a total game show freak. Do you watch that? Isn't there a whole network of game shows now where they show the reruns?
GSN.
And they show the old ones, which is crazy. If I said that would take me back, because like
remember Match Game PM?
Oh hell yeah! The dating game,
the original Gong Show. Yeah. Which, it's really sad when you go back and watch it. So Mean Gene, the dancing machine, who used to go out there and dance and all that kind of stuff, fucking got diabetes and lost both of his legs.
Oh,
what the fuck?
Well, thanks for telling that story.
It was one of those weird things. So, but yeah, the Gong Show was funny as shit, man. Ed Brewer.
The Gong Show was really.
He's out there dancing.
Oh yeah. Dude, we're gonna get seasick watching your camera bounce up and down. I gotta make Dramamine. Take some Dramamine. Dramamine.
Earthquake. Oh my god, we're going through a hurricane. There you go. Yes, Alien Randers, we were all the remote at one point in time.
Yep.
And how old you were the remote. If you were the youngest.
All right, so we got a lot of shit coming up, like Venture Brothers tonight. We've got finale of Preacher on Sunday. We've got our Patreon hangout Sunday morning. Monday the Nooner. We have Castle Rock, Better Call Saul still going. But we also I'll talk about it a little random. I mean I heard people talk about it, so there's something there might be something I talked about a little bit earlier in the chat here, but so we might be getting together with other YouTubers to do something kind of fun. So that'll be my teaser. I talked with Doomcock, and kind of in a roundabout way we talked to Random. Sorry, Random, I was on your stream and I chatted up, and then like I got called away at work and I couldn't go back. It sucked because I wanted to keep listening. But like the big boss decided to show up out of fucking nowhere while I'm listening to a chat on YouTube. So I was like, oh, I didn't get busted or anything, but
Random, yeah, they did bring back Match Gaming and the Gong Show, and the Gong Show is very fucking creepy now. With Mike Myers dressed in makeup playing some British game show host, which is, I don't know, man. It creeps me out.
It's kind of cool. Oh yes, of course. It's been an hour. All hail Doomcock. Please subscribe. Subscribe to Mecha Random. By the way, They're all part of our little family here, and I'm sure a lot of you have already. But I'm saying it to some of the people watching in a video too. Definitely, where if you like what we do here, you will definitely like what they do. Also, Midnight's Edge After Dark and Midnight's Edge, freaking great channels that I watch all the time now. Hail, hail Doomcock. If he made me, does that mean he's my daddy? Yes, it does.
It does.
Oh, by the way, it was this. I guess it's out. You're outed now, Random. That you're actually a robot built by Doomcock. That's why she's Mecha Random. So
Mecha Random.
yes.
Mecha Shiva, Mecha Shiva, Mecha Shiva. Ed Brewer, at least we only had 8 channels to pick from. You had 8 channels? Damn, you had cable early.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Doomcock is your daddy.
What does he do?
Is not the tumor. Sorry, kindergarten cop. So,
yeah.
Random's a robot, Nigel. I'm sorry to break that to you. I know that's it kind of sucks to drop that at the end of a show with no details, but picks up a slice of toast and wonders where to put it.
Better have some avocado on that damn
Better
thing.
have some fucking avocado on that toast.
And it better be sliced properly.
I still got to do that live. Maybe I'll do that Monday. I got to do the live stream from the Toast Bar here in San Francisco.
Oh man.
Let's see if we can, like, if I can get super chats to punch hipsters. I mean, you'd have to give me bail money, but no, I wouldn't want to close fist them. I'd hurt them. I just like slap them a little bit.
They'd like,
or just make fun of them. Or try to outthink them with bands I've heard of first, which I could beat a lot of hipsters with.
Random says, as soon as I get new graphics, yes, I'm going with Mecha Random 42.
I love it. I voted for that's the one I voted for. I voted twice too. I kind of cheated.
Bad Bunny, we have to see where Susan is tomorrow. I don't think she's gonna be the drunk tank. I think she's too wily to get caught on that.
She's not gonna get caught. We're gonna have to go like search party that shit.
Yeah,
she's gonna be with a couple guys, somewhere nefarious.
I wouldn't put it past girls too. So
girls, guys, whatever. Yeah, just
whatever floats your boat at the moment. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whips, chips, chains, and dips.
You're not talking candle wax on the nipples.
Yep. Whipped cream, lawn chair, and a douche. That's from Robin Williams.
I'm a cop, you idiot. I'm Officer John Kimball. Yeah, it's not the tumor.
It's not the tumor. Hagen, give these people air.
Get to the chopper. Go. Get to the chopper. All right. I think we've descended into enough silliness at that point.
Get in the chopper. Guy, I hear that at work all the time. Like it's new. It's like, guys.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, I wish the kids I work with, they look at me like, what? Where's the chopper at?
Yeah.
Man. I even say, have fun storming the castle. Everyone knows where that's from, right? Yeah. And they just look at me blankly. Yeah.
There is no chopper. There is only Zool.
Yes, Zool.
Are you the keymaster?
Why, yes.
The gatekeeper. Sorry. Living in wow, Brian Smart. Need to know Gary and Dennis's favorite superhero working on Friday Night Tights logo to send to you. Oh wow. Who's your favorite superhero, Dennis?
Oh shit, currently. Depends on any given day. I would have to say Batman Beyond.
Okay, so I'll Daredevil. Daredevil. Followed by Ghost Rider. You can choose, but Daredevil. Cool. Thanks, Brian. And thanks for the $5.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Hey, I talked to Derek Robertson today.
Ah, what did he have to say?
Well, he's back home. He's been dealing with some family stuff for like a month or something like that. So I mean maybe this weekend, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah. I every time he checks back, we have like 1,000 more subs. So I'm like, dude, come on. Get on. People want to talk to you. So if you don't know who Derek is, Derek's a comic artist. He did He worked on The Boys and Transmetropolitan, and he's awesome.
Little show called Happy that was based on his comic as well.
I lied. I changed it now. It's Mecha Random 42 makes her first appearance in the chat. Everybody,
nice.
Put your hands together. She's there.
Mecha Shiva.
Yeah. Keep your needle on the record. Keep the needle on the record. Sorry. 7 out of 10 of those picks. Just kidding.
Johnny Pappas, no, he does not. He knows some things about the TV show, but he's not in the production of it. No.
He's way more creatively involved than he was with Happy, meaning that they're asking him things and they're actually talking to him. So, as far as that, but no, he's not down there in the production. Garth Ennis is involved, and he's got some say because he is co-creator of The Boys. Like, well, he is also co-creator of Happy, but
yeah,
happened. But yeah, Mecha like a high, Mecha hiney high ho,
Mecha like a high, Mecha hiney ho.
All right, we're gonna let's do you. You start thanking the people in the chat, and I'm gonna show the patrons' names.
That little rhyme right there was the first time I've actually gotten through that without doing tongue tied, which is kind of funny.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And I did that actually pretty flawlessly. I'm patting myself on the back on that one. Thank you, Ed Brewer, Brian Smart, Jody, Mary Ashmead, Mecha Random 42, Jesse Cicada Jr., Johnny Pappas, Dakota Stanton, Nyla Shadow, Nigel Brought Savage, Bad Bunny, Artemis Over Easy, Carrie Dalton, Mary Ashmead, I already said, Slurmy Scott, Alien Renders, good to see you, Tim F. Who else do we have? XX17XX. Excuse me, XX167XX. Osaro. Let's see. Man of Action. How you doing? Marcus Kahn. Excuse me. Crazy Carlos. You are crazy today. Chris Cross. Love the name, man. Thank you for being here.
I like the wind. Be free again. Take me away to where I'm going. Dude.
Bishop Pax, thank you very much.
How the fuck did that guy get popular, man?
It was the 70s and the 80s, man. And yeah. How's your father?
Singing about fucking sailboats, man. God, the 70s.
Harley's little sister. I'm sorry, man. You're just making me laugh about that shit. Thinking about that, yeah. Persian Scribe, Philip A. Demick.
Back when rock stars could be just like ugly little trolls, which was
Eddie
awesome.
Money, man, that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Eddie Money.
Oh, I know, right? No, that was hey, they made the best music. Okay,
yeah.
So here,
all
ugly
right.
Little trolls. I'm gonna.
If I missed you, thank you everyone else who
because I can do this. And you guys can do this too with peoples with the wrenches. You can share links.
Use peoples with the wrenches.
So there's the link to Venture Brothers, everybody.
Sweet.
Okay, Adult Swim. That's the Venture Brothers. If you want to watch it, we will be back at 11-ish. Okay. I need to watch the last 5 minutes. I'm actually going to watch the episode again because you need to watch Venture Brothers twice. There's a lot of shit going on. So we'll catch you at 11-ish. It'll be up, I promise. And Dennis will be joining me and everybody in there. Again, subscribe to Mecha Random 42, Doomcock, Midnight's Edge 42. Please support. I keep messing with his name, but here, let me get it right. It's Anas. It's Anas. Look at that. Tom Connors just tweeted. We love Tom Connors from Midnight's Edge. Sorry, I'm trying to stretch this out because I keep forgetting the guy's last name. It's Anas Abdin. Okay, please support him just show your support on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, be nice. And just say, hey, we got your back and good luck. And you're awesome. And I'm gonna retweet Doomcock's retweet about the interview. And and definitely check out Random has done some videos on the subject. She did a great video today on Star Trek is for Kids. Go check that out. And Doomcock did the video, the interview, and it looks like Midnight's Edge done. It looks like I got to do my homework. So we're going to take off here. And again, thank God, dang, I Sorry, but we owe them this. We got to thank the super chats again.
Yeah, super chats. Yeah. Jesus,
man, there was a hell of a lot of them. So
yeah,
Crazy Carlos,
yeah,
John Bellman. I'm just gonna say names. Crazy Carlos, John Bellman, Mary Ashby, Dakota Stanton, Slurmy Scott, Rough Girl, Brian Smart. Thank you for the generous super chats. Once again, you guys are amazing, and it's humbling and it's cool as hell. And you're great. And now I just absolutely lost where the broadcast is. Hang on. Talk to him, Dennis. No, I've got like 800 windows up right now.
Yeah, so. I know.
There we go.
And
okay.
There you are.
Whew. Okay. Now we can end it. Dennis, take us out.
Children of Earth, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you'll miss the Venture Brothers at 11 p.m. tonight.
Yeah. May the small folks sing songs of your greatness. See you soon, folks.